Welcome to Cookie Jar FX. I am your host, Eric Foreman, and we are on week 9 midweek session. But this is also the last day of the month of September. And what a tremendous journey and ride it has been because I have some great news. But yeah, we if you guys remember, just backtracking again from our uh Sunday analysis, market view perspective. We were a little bit over 678 or something like that. The goal is to get to about 814 by the end of this week, by Friday. Um, so that was that. If you guys also remember, I was looking at pulling some triggers on some moves. These are the opportunities that we were looking at: pound yen long, pound New Zealand long, euro Aussie short, Aussie yen long. So we're gonna look at those as well. But I do want to review my chart currently, right? So let's look at this, and I'll kind of go through that in a second. So the last trade that I had taken was, well, the start of the week uh, was Euro Aussie. So remember, I was fiending for that move, that opportunity. Uh, took that trade, closed out with roughly about $40 or so, um, and then captured the move on Aussie CAD, which was huge for a buy. Wasn't a part of the market watch list, but it presented an opportunity that I was not passing up on. So a nice little buy opportunity there. $90 one trade, and $56 another position, another trade. Um, so it now brought our balance pretty much down to our loss down to $80, but also brought our balance up to 907. Wow. And I say that with vigor and excitement because, as you guys know, from the drop and decline to 64% loss, pretty much hitting rock bottom at $330 in the account, was able to pull back strong for this month towards the end and finish at 907. Uh, Pretty much the end of today is the day, so I'm not going to be able to finish at break even, but to finish back at pretty much a 54% gain, just about at this point. It's phenomenal. Um, phenomenal work to just kind of backtrack and gain that loss back. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at now. You guys see it, P&L 807. This is for pretty much everything since starting the trade. So the profit and loss down $80 with a 907.28 in the account. And right now I am back in Aussie CAD. It had reached a certain level for a sell opportunity, which I can go over right now. But it presented a nice sell opportunity that I wanted to take advantage of. So, anyways, I'll go into the main move that caught my attention from the jump. So we had broken this. We had kind of set up a move back to the upside on here, breaking the 20 um, with a bull 180. So I just anticipated that we'll be moving back upward to the upside on this, and I was able to cash in on a correct trade, and it paid out. Uh, I think I got out at roughly the 50. I said once we kind of get into this area to 200, it should be some resistance. So I'm going to set up some sell positions there because overall the move is still a short, but I anticipated a pullback. This is still all a sell zone because of this huge candlestick here with a close below the 20. So anything in this area is still sellable. But I knew the pullback was intended based off of the setup that I had got. So as soon as it hit the 200, and I saw an opportunity, I put one sell position And then also got another opportunity, added another sell position. So if you guys currently see, we have this big giant wick that came right into this area, and this was perfect because I talked to my colleagues early and was telling them, hey, if we get a pullback here and we get a finish on the topping tail for the 1 hour, which I was specifically looking at for this candlestick, it didn't happen. So I was like, then we need a bare 180 to wipe this candlestick out, maybe both of them if possible. And that's exactly what happened. So, um, yeah, just perfect, beautiful setup, beautiful opportunity. This is pretty much a gift play right into the 50 MA, on a daily. Everything about this trade I loved, and I'm really looking forward to the short, breaking down, possibly starting as early as tomorrow, uh, extending out all the way till Friday. And you may be asking why I'm interested. So right now, what I would call a double scoop, right? So the double scoop is a break be from the 8 to the 20. This is a very small cone trade. This doesn't really count. I wouldn't really count it. But from the 20 to the 50, it counts tremendously. Plus, this is extended from the 8 and the 20 as of right now as well on a monthly. So we need that pullback to use for more support. Um, so yeah, I love everything about this trade. It's just picture perfect to me. If we do end up having to get another pullback, it'll maybe spike up and then drop. But overall, I don't expect a huge move to break above this wick at this point. It's going to be very difficult and challenging for that to happen, knowing that it's up against a lot of resistance, um, and it's the right price area for price to start breaking down, or breaking back down, because this is really a huge move here. This was just a pullback into the MAs. Um, and yeah, we're still good to go. So we close back above below that 618 and moving forward. So hopefully anticipating that that move goes right and goes well. At the bare minimum, I'm looking at a target down to the 20 here. That's roughly, I believe, 60 pips from what I have measured earlier. It may have changed now that we're in a different time. Yep. So about 40 pips currently, which I'm okay with because that'll put us back over the 30, the $1,000 lump sum. So currently negative 13. I was up in this move a little bit earlier. It's just been going back and forth. The political debate yesterday with President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden um, fluctuated the move during the debate, but after the debate, I was heavily in profit as well as this morning, pretty well, but it's just been floating. So right now, I got one position floating around 2, the other position, my larger position, floating around 18. So not down by much of anything at this point. So just letting the move ride out, let it do its thing, and let it play out. We are also at the 70 RSI line. Um, so hoping to see some type of decline back to the downside. So looking forward to that. Um, and really very pleased with that move. And if you guys also saw, I had taken Euro Aussie. Um, I think for a sell, but I should have stayed. Yeah, I should have stayed in. I knew the sell was against the trend, so that's the reason why I didn't want to do that for a long period of time, because it is weekly, a pullback and then potentially a pushback up. So I didn't want to risk it. But I think I had sold off after this bar had dropped, got out, and then it continued to flush down. And I got it at the perfect time, just randomly. So got out and the move went back up and was able to kind of, I guess, watch it continue the progression downward. But yeah, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. Was able to catch Aussie CAD, so I'm definitely not complaining. But yeah, that was the other move that we had looked at for this week, that I had entered that went well. Euro short, absolute Euro Aussie short definitely happened. We'll backtrack and go up to pound yen and see how we did on that. So pound yen long worked out as planned. Remember, I was expecting a little bit of a pullback potentially, but as I told you guys in my Sunday analysis, if it breaks this 8 immediately, chances are we're going straight to the 20 for the cone trade, and that is exactly what happened. So it's just been an up ride and an upside activity from the beginning of this week, immediately onward. So had had an entry been taken up until where it's currently at, that would have been roughly about 170 pips. So good work, good stuff right there. And I would have actually closed out at about that 20, but it may reach as high as the 200, potentially maybe the 50 as well on the daily. So I can see all of that happening. Pound New Zealand, very interesting. Um, it says pullback on daily for more support. Target up to the daily 200 MA. So yeah, I'm still looking for a little bit more. I'm not really interested in this at this point. It's been going back and forth all week. So yeah, we got the push up, and then it's been pulling back. It will still probably push up as I'm anticipating, but overall, it's a little sloppy now. Um, but it did its move to the upside. I was expecting a little bit more of an immediate pullback, but I also didn't pay attention to these MAs. But I do remember talking about uh, the 8 needing to cross over to the 20 for more support so that it can push up to the 200 on the daily. So yeah, we got that cross. It's sitting there now, and it may potentially push up even further tomorrow or Friday. But for me personally, I'm just not interested in it. So I'm gonna pass. Last pair is Aussie Yen for a long. And again, it did what it needed to do. Immediately out. Um, yeah, it's just nothing else to say on that. So definitely 4 for 4, 5 for 5 if we want to add Aussie Cat in the trade. But definitely a great week again, with some solid play calls and yeah, just some huge activity. So remember this Aussie yen. I expected the pullback because of that decline. It was a 9 bar, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we counted 10 based off of Sunday, I guess. But that 9 bar decline uh, gave me the automatic confirmation that we will be moving to the upside. So that's what I was speaking to and referring to. Remember that bars can only move in a sequence of 8 bars max. If it exceeds 8 bars, it's way too extended, and we should anticipate a reversal, which happened here. So, had an entry been taken at the very bottom of this up until now, that would be roughly about 150 pips. So, another good, solid winner. So I am very pleased with this week. Um, and we'll see how this Aussie CAD works out for us for the rest of the week. So I'm hoping by Sunday, you guys will be getting some great news about how we are back at 1,000 in the account, and gradually we'll be progressing back forward on our journey. So again, looking at the account balance, the target was 814. We are at 907, right? So let me just kind of make some highlighted points here. So we're at 907.28. So we're gonna highlight all of this just to adjust, bring it down. So 910 is the real number. We should be at. Well, I'm just gonna highlight it because it's $3. Wrong color. So yeah, we are here. We are way ahead of schedule, way ahead of time. I like the idea of zooming out, right? So zooming out kind of gave me even more insight and perspective. So if I zoom out to 25%, right, that means I got one page done out of the 4.5 pages that are here, and I'm now into the second page. So if this is 1 month worth of work, pretty much in about 4 months, we should be able to reach this level, the third page or so. And that's very exciting to me because that means we'll be breaking that $10,000 mark, making roughly about $400 a day. And that's exciting. I'm super super pumped about that. So the goal is just to stay consistent, stay focused, and stay on top of it, and yeah, just keep drilling, and hopefully the season allows for me to continue to take advantage in opportunities like this when I call them. But so far, back-to-back weeks, it's just been 100%, uh, just going and flowing. So thank you for all the support, the love, um, just following and staying along the journey. But it's been real, and I am proud of the work put in for this month. So again, if you haven't, subscribe, follow, stay a part of it, stay a part of the journey. It's important. Also, smash that like button. Really, if you enjoy what you see, it's important too. Uh, Hopefully, you like it. Nothing extra, nothing entertainment about this, but it is a great journey as you just watch a man just go from a 64% loss and backtrack to 54. So we're fighting a cause over here. Um, and also, yeah, just share with a friend or family, as well as a fellow trader that may be in need of just some extra tools and resources. I am available. Uh, and also leave a comment. Um, yeah, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, whatever, I'll definitely respond. But I appreciate you guys. I will be on the watchful eye for this Aussie cat, and let it do its thing. We got some no Aussie news really tonight, but we know that Aussie market opens up in a few, and we will be taking full advantage of that, and the rest of the week. So thank you and enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you guys in October. All right, y'all. Have a good one.